Views and opinions expressed by the On the Spot with David Rodgers show are solely based on the show's hosts, guests, and viewers. We are solely responsible for all show content in its entirety and does not necessarily reflect the opinions of any sponsors in any way. These broadcasts are presented and made public by the On the Spot with David Rodgers team in the hope that it'll be entertaining and informative to our viewers and listening audience.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's 7 o'clock and time for On the Spot with David Rodgers. And now, here he is, Mr. Friday Night, the show pony himself, the man, the dream, the legendary David Rodgers.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and you On the Spot with David Rodgers viewers. Welcome to the show. We are the live Facebook and YouTube podcast show that brings you a little bit of everything. Let's say a variety of subjects and topics, and tonight is no different, as we have two special guests that will be joining us live. As our first guest, he is the CEO and the director of the ARC of Bradford County, John Williams. And guest two, she is the manager at the New Express Oil Change and Tire Lube Center. She is Judith Young Sally. How about that, Dave? We got two guests tonight. Isn't that crazy? I don't think we've had two guests in a while.
I hope we got enough room.
I hope so. We've had her on the show before, and is always a wonderful guest, as we'll be talking to her about this new business in Stark, along with some other community things that are happening or will be happening. But again, welcome to the show. My name is David Rodgers, creator and host, and the radio voice of the Bradford Tornado football team. And also joining me is my other host, which he's not here, so he can't join me, and that's our color commentator of the Bradford Tornadoes. He is 185 pounds of screaming steel and sex appeal. He is 1/3 of the new high priest of the Church of the Painful Truth, and that is, thank you, Neil Boards, by the way, for that. He is the Byron Bagwell, but he's not with us tonight as he's making his way back from Tennessee. He went out there and spent some time with Lisa Tomlinson. Moody Tomlinson, his fiance. So they had a little weekend getaway. Hey, and it's nice to get a weekend getaway every once in a while in the day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there you go. And the man that keeps us all straight, the man that is behind the scenes, directing and producing our show and this podcast. He's the only one on the set, ladies and gentlemen, that went to barber college. He goes by many names. The King of Sting, the Count of Monte Fisto, the Master of all disasters, the Dancing Destroyer, and 1/3 of the new high priest of the Church of the Painful Truth. He is Super Dave Holland. Say hello to everyone, Dave.
Hello, everybody.
There you go. Round of applause for you. Okay, let's get the show started as we always do with our prayer, our pledge. And we're going to skip the quote of the night because Byron's not here. And we've got a lot of breaking news. And unless you've been under a rock the last week or so, you know about all the fires and things going on. So we're going to update you on a couple of those as soon as we do our prayer and our pledge. All right, ladies and gentlemen, everybody at home, please bow your heads. Our righteous Heavenly Father, let us once thank again for a wonderful and glorious day you've given us, dear Lord. Thank you for this time that we have with the On the Spot with David Rodgers crew and our special guests, that you keep blessing these young men and women as they're out there working hard and doing the things that they need to do at their jobs and to facilitate things, dear Lord, to make their jobs even better. Thank you again for this time. Thank you for Byron and him traveling back and bringing back home safely. Thank you for Austin and for providing the weather for us. And thank you for the On the Spot Motorsports Media team, Mitchell Gunner and Robert Simpson, as they bring you that podcast each and every Thursday, and that it's appealing to all their viewing audience as well. Thank you for letting us live in the greatest country in the world today, dear Lord, the United States of America, the most freest and powerful country in the world, dear Lord. I know we have our own issues and our own problems, but hey, with your guiding hand and your touch, you can help us out with these problems and bring this nation back to its great strength. Thank you for our armed forces, each and every one of those men and women that that's fighting the good fight, dear Lord. That's out there protecting our rights and our freedoms. Thank you again for them, and keep a hedge of protection over them as they're out there, and bring them back home safely to their families. And our first responders, dear Lord, I can't say enough for each and every one of those men and women and everybody else and all the volunteers that are out fighting these fires, dear Lord, and trying to keep our community safe and just making sure that these fires don't spread like they're intending to do, dear Lord, with the way the weather is. We could use some rain, dear Lord, and it would be just a mighty gracious thank you if you would give us a big time downpour here within this next few days to help these men and women out that are out fighting these fires. But also, I want to thank our police officers and our medical staff that go out each and every day that perform their duties. Whether it's life-saving duties or whether it's preventing a crime, dear Lord, that you keep a hedge of protection over them and that you bring them back home safely to their families. Thank you for the food that we receive each and every day as it goes to nourishment of our bodies and our bodies to thy service. Any spoken or unspoken prayer requests, dear Lord, you know what's on their mind and their hearts. You've got the guiding hand. Please touch each and every one of them as you know their needs and their comforts and their wants. Again, thank you for this time. Thank you to our guests. Thank you for our staff that we have here, dear Lord. And just keep blessing us tonight and throughout the rest of the week and into the weekend. We ask for these things in your son's name, Jesus Christ. And the congregation says, amen. All right. Dave, I'm going to ask you tonight, buddy, if you'll lead us in the pledge.
I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen. All right. Thank you so much, David, for that. Again, welcome to On the Spot with David Rodgers. I'm your host, David Rodgers, right along with Dave Holland, our senior director and producer. No Byron Bagwell tonight as he is traveling back home safely. Make sure that you keep a hedge of protection over them as they're on the road and anybody else that's on the road as well. As I said, man, we've got two very great guests tonight. Both of them has been on the show before. Judith has been a little bit for her since she's been on, but John was on just a few months ago as we was talking about some different things that are going on with the Ark of Bradford County and some of the things that we're involved in. But we'll get into that here in just a minute. But we got some breaking news, Dave. And I tell you, again, as I was saying, we've got fires after fires after fires. And, you know, it's just you think you get one contained and two more pop up. Yeah. So before I get into some of that news, I want to tell you this. And I can say it because I'm a smoker. Don't flick your cigarette butts, ashes, or anything outside. It is so dry and so brittle. Oh. You're going to think I'm crazy when I say this. One little itty spark can start a fire, and before you know it, and before the authorities get out there and our fire rescue get out there, it could have burned an acre easily. And right now we're spread so thin, who are you going to call? You know, they have to, you know, move from one place to another. So everybody's out there fighting these fires. Everybody's out there doing their due diligence. So please, if they're asking you to evacuate an area, please do so. The one that comes to mind right now, Dave, is the one right there on Dudney in Brooker. What is that? Dunning Circle or whatever? Dean Loop. Dean Loop. That thing right there has burned 170 acres so far, and probably counting. So please, if they're asking you to evacuate your home, please evacuate your home. Get whatever important papers, the clothes that you need, and get out of there. Those other items can be replaced, but you as human beings, those important papers, those probably can't be replaced unless you've got them stored somewhere else. But I advise you to leave, as I know that the Bradford County Sheriff's officers are out there, and they're probably going home to home. That fire has jumped the containment wall or the containment barrier and is spreading like you wouldn't believe. So we could use, Dave, the rain that I asked for, that hopefully our Lord up above heard, and that he can send us a heaping amount of water so to help these firefighters out. And again, I do want to say our Bradford County crews have been staying busy lately with all these fires. If you'd like to help support the people out there putting in the work, donations are being accepted at 945 C North Temple Avenue and Start. Snacks, bottled water, sports drinks, anything that can provide energy and nourishment are really appreciated. Let's reach out as a community and go out there and donate as much as we can, because these guys and gals are putting their life on the line like you wouldn't believe. And that is already a draining and tiring job, especially when you're trying to fight fires like that and multiple fires. So please go out there and donate, as our Bradford County crews have been putting in great amount of hours and work lately. Let's show them how we can support them with donating some food, drinks, whatever the case may be. So donations welcome at 945-C North Temple Avenue and Start. Snacks, bottled water, sports drinks, anything that you can feel like you need to or that you can donate, please do so. And Dave, we was talking about the weather, and man, it is about as dry as you can get. If you look, ladies and gentlemen, at any lakes that are around, any rivers, they are to their low point. I was talking to somebody that was out at Kingsley Lake this weekend, and they said, David, they walked out to the middle of that lake, and it only came up like to their, to the bottom part or the top part of their legs, to the middle of the lake, when a lot of times that's 5-6 feet up over your head. That's how low the water table is, and that's how much that we need some rain. We need some water. The aquifers are working overtime to try to get water to everybody. And I tell you, I would not be surprised, and I don't know this for a fact, that, if it doesn't rain within the next week or so, that we go on water rations. I guarantee you, I see that coming. Again, I don't know if that's going to be the case. And again, don't quote me on that. I'm just saying what I think could possibly happen. So again, let me see. We got burn bans everywhere and fire updates. So here we go. County with burn bans and burning restrictions. The latest report indicates that the following Northeast and North Florida counties are under current county burn bans or active local restrictions. I know Alachua is. They got 2 or 3 fires going on over there. I know we have it bad, but they have it really bad. It's burned up some acres over there for sure. Baker County, Bradford, of course, Clay, Columbia. I work in Lake City. I left my house at 4:00 this morning, Dave. And when I walked out my house, I could already smell it. I could already smell it. So as I was heading toward Lake City on 100, it even got stronger and stronger and stronger. It's just, man, it's all that smoldering smoke, man. You get it contained, and that smoke's got to go somewhere. So be careful while you're driving, because it could impair your vision as you're driving. And try not to get too close to that smoke, because you'll inhale that as well. So
yesterday, it smoked everywhere.
Everywhere. So Columbia County's one, Nassau County, Putnam County, St. Johns County, and Union County. Duval also has a permanent prohibition on burning yard debris without the proper authorization. Top 3 major fires in northeast Florida. Railroad fire, Clay and Putnam counties, estimated at about 4,112 acres and about 50% contained as of this morning. This fire is the result of the Cruz fire in Clay County merging with the railroad complex fire in Putnam County. West Hilliard, Connor Nelson Road fire in Nassau County, estimated about 500 acres burnt and roughly 75% contained. So that's a little bit better news. And then State Road 26 near Gainesville, that Alachua one, estimated about 306 acres and roughly 65% contained. Other active fires were also reported in Alachua and Putnam County and also in Bradford County, but the 3 fires listed above are among the largest reported in North and Northeast Florida region. And I do got to add one more in Lake City, which, by the way, here's a trivia question for you. The gun range over in Lake City. Do you know, guys, ladies and gentlemen, that is the only gun range that is free to the public in the state of Florida? Wow. You can go out there and shoot at any time, but right now it is getting decimated. It's burning up out there, and I wonder if it gets too bad if they're just not going to reopen it and just probably shut down. But
guns throw sparks out too. So
yep. No, you're absolutely right.
Does it say in your report of how much a fine is if you're stupid enough to start a fire?
It doesn't say in my report, but I can tell you this: with the way things are going right now, I think it's about $5,000.
Yeah,
and jail time. There's going to be some jail time right along with that. So again, do not throw. I know you don't think about it and throw it out, but please try to remember, if you're smoking, put your cigarettes out, put them in your ashtray, close it up. If you're outside smoking, you're on the road, please stomp on it, make sure it's all out, throw the butt in the garbage after you make sure it's out. Take all the necessary responsibilities and all the necessary actions to not start a fire. I'm going to throw another one at you. I heard this one from one of my supervisors at work. So Sunday, there's this guy. He had a trailer. He was hauling, I don't know if he was hauling wood or steel or something. Anyway, listen to this. The chains were dragging on the trailer, caused sparks.
Yeah.
And it threw sparks, and it was just small. You know how a chain hits it? Yeah. He ignited. He didn't even realize it. He ignited 6 fires before, I guess, somebody had called and said that they seen this, they only think they've seen this truck with this trailer and those chains hitting, and it sparked up 6 smaller fires. I think they got them all contained, but it was that quick. Sparks off of a chain hitting over to the brush.
My yard, I have a lot of trees, and my yard is full of dead leaves.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't take but a spark to set my yard on fire.
Oh yeah, with no doubt about it, and I think you're exactly right. It's just it just takes a little quick second, like you said, and boom. Well, let me give you the forecast for the local area, and then we'll bring our guest on. Right. Tonight, partly cloudy, lows in the lower 50s, east winds. Here's what's not helping: 10 to 15 miles per hour with gusts up to 25 miles per hour, diminishing to around 5 miles per hour after midnight. So you get a little bit of a break there. Wednesday, partly sunny, patchy smoke in the afternoon, high in the lower 80s, east winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Wednesday night, patchy smoke in the evening, mostly cloudy, lows in the upper 50s. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Thursday, mostly sunny, highs in the mid 80s. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Is this sounding familiar? I don't hear anything of rain. Thursday night and Friday, mostly clear, low in the upper 50s, highs in the upper 80s. Friday night, partly cloudy, lows in the upper 50s. Saturday and Saturday night, here we go. Partly cloudy, a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms, highs around 90. Lows in the lower 60s. Chance of rain, 20%. Now, I have, ladies and gentlemen, seen where, you get a 20% chance of rain and you're thinking, hey, I can go out here and mow the yard. And then here comes, the flood of the century at you, at 20%. So that's what I'm hoping that happens Saturday. I wish it happened before, but according to Austin's weather service, there is no rain in sight for the next 3 or 4 days anyway. So I just be careful with what you do. No burning in your yard. I'm telling you, it's going to be a big, big fine if you do, and it's probably going to be some jail time. So make sure that you're not setting anything on fire, and be careful with what you do. So we will We will come back and talk about this as the show goes on. But Dave, if we can go to a commercial break, and then we'll bring our first guest on, Mr. John Williams from the Ark of Bradford County, my commandant, and my partner at the Ark of Bradford County, and we'll interview him. And then, of course, we'll go to Judith Young Sally after that. We'll be right back after these.
Hey Tornado fans, this is Kurt Miracle of Miracle Automotive and Towing, proud sponsors of Tornado Football. I want to welcome you to beautiful Stark, Florida at David Hurst Stadium, and thank you for letting us be a part of this community. We're here for more than your automotive and towing needs. We're here to be part of Tornado Country. Go Big Red!
Welcome back to On the Spot with David Rodgers. I'm your host, David Rodgers, right along with Mr. Dave Holland. No Byron Bagwell tonight, no Austin Stevens tonight, but we do have two beautiful guests on. And right here to my left, sitting in Byron's seat tonight as one of my guests, he is the CEO of the Ark of Bradford County. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in Mr. John Williams. He's been on the show before. Hello, John. How you doing, big guy? Everything's going well, right?
Doing great.
There you go. It's been a little bit since you've been on. Just give a little synopsis about you and tell everybody who you are, where you went to school, how you got the job at the Ark of Bradford County.
Sure. So I have been with the Ark of Bradford now for almost 4 years. August will be 4 years that I've been there. Prior to that, I was over in Flatcut, the Ark of Putnam County, running some programs over there for them. I graduated from St. Leo University with a bachelor's in human services and have been in the human service industry now for most of my life.
There you go.
Gotcha. All right. So we got a lot of things going on at the Ark of Bradford County, but that's not the only things you do. You serve on a lot of boards. You're a member of a lot of clubs. But let's start with the Ark of Bradford County first.
Sure.
So, of course, I've been with the board now. What'd you say, John, the other day on the radio? It's been about 3 years?
3 years now.
3 years now. So, in those 3 years, we've done a lot of fundraising. We've done a lot of things at the Ark, being involved with the Ark. So here in the near future, of course, we're all about trying to figure out ways to fund the Ark of Bradford County because, as everybody knows, it's just not the Ark, it's everything. Any of these nonprofit organizations trying to get funding from either the federal level, the state level, the county level is really tough, isn't it, John?
It really is. You know, we do the best that we can with what we get, but you know, as time goes by, funding seems to be shrinking and shrinking. It's getting harder and harder to fundraise, and so you know, we're just trying to get creative in what we do, and you know, try some new things to help with offsetting some of that funding shortfall.
As tough as it is with gas and prices and everything going up, it's hard for people to give. But if they can just break down and give a little each time they have the opportunity, it makes a difference for your organization.
It really does. You know, I'll case in point, about a week and a half ago, I had someone who donated online. You know, their donation was $10.
Yeah.
You know, people think, well, what can $10 do? Well, listen, if everyone gives $10, I mean, it makes a huge impact. And so, you know, no gift is too small. You know, we appreciate, you know, I tell our board and our team all the time, you know, we can't do what we do without the community support.
Yeah. Is there anything that the community can do other than money?
Absolutely. So outside of like donating to the agency, we also depend on volunteers. You know, volunteers are a big part of what we're doing. So, I mean, I tell people when we interview staff, you know, one of the questions I ask is, what do you like to do for fun? Because it's one of those things that the people we serve like to have fun, and they like to do all kinds of different things. So when we find out, you know, what someone's hobbies are or what someone really likes to do in their free time, it gives us the ability to say, well, you know, we've got some clients who, you know, they would love to build some model cars, or they would love to do gardening, or they would love to do yoga and exercise, and so it gives volunteers in the community the opportunity to do what they love, but also teach our clients, at the same time.
So the volunteers can actually interact with the people that are there. How would you say that?
Clients,
Yeah,
our clients.
Your clients are there, and the public can interact with them. I would think that would be a lift on their
Absolutely. So we try to
situation.
do things to engage the community, but one of the things that we've recently an initiative that we started is we want to give back to the community as well. So we like to create opportunities for our clients to be able to give back. So we've started a food distribution out in Hampton that we do every other month. We partner with Feeding Northeast Florida to do that. And so it's a great opportunity. We have volunteers from the community who come in for that, but we also have our clients who are out there, doing the food distribution as well. And so it's just a great experience for everyone who's involved.
Well, you guys do woodwork, don't you make bird houses and
we do
chairs and stuff like that you can
Great questions, by the way.
turn it
Great
into a community
Yes,
service.
absolutely. So one of the programs that we offer is an employment program. So we operate a wood shop where we make all kinds of wood commodities. So our biggest sellers are to businesses who need like survey stakes or pallets or things like that. But we also sell direct to the customer things like picnic tables, planter boxes. We've started making benches, birdhouses, like you mentioned. So really any kind of wood product, our team is able to put something together and sell. Yeah.
So when we talk about the Arc of Bradford County, and I know I've heard you use this word quite a bit. I'm using it in an event that we got coming up. That word is inclusion.
Mm-hmm.
We call our wrestling show, and I think you've seen it. We've talked about it, which you're going to be a big part of. Champions for Inclusion is the title to our wrestling show, which I'll get into here in a little bit. But for people that don't understand that word, John, explain what inclusion is.
Yeah, so the services that we provide are designed to be inclusive. So that word inclusion focuses on the individual who maybe would otherwise be excluded from something in the community. So most of the services that we provide are community-based services. That's how the state really looks at it. It's basically taking people out of an institution and making sure that they're engaged in the community in which they live in. And so that deinstitutionalization really started taking place in the 70s and 80s, where you saw those institutions started shutting down, and the individuals that they were serving really were then placed into the community. And so our focus for all the people that we serve is that they are included in every aspect of community living, whether that's social clubs, employment, medical services, whatever the case may be, that they get to be included in those things, but also that they have a voice in those things. No one likes to be, if I came in and said, okay, David, this is what you're going to do.
Right.
And you don't have a choice. That's not very inclusive. I'm just telling you, so it gives them the opportunity to be included in the conversation and to be included in decisions that are made about their life.
How many clients do we currently have at the Arc of Bradford County?
So we're serving about 60 individuals across all of our services. So we have day programs that we operate. We have employment services that we operate, but we also provide mental health services. We provide supported living services, so individuals who live in their own homes, or maybe they live in apartments. We have coaches that go in and help them with like paying bills or food shopping or going to doctor's appointments. We have personal supports, so maybe someone who lives in their family home, they just need someone to come in and provide that support in the home. We provide that. We provide companion services, transportation, really any kind of service that might be required to ensure that the individual can have a full life engaged in the community.
I want to back up a question that Dave asked a little bit, and that was volunteerism, or donations or whatever can be. And I'll keep it on the money side a little bit. So let's say somebody wants to give money to the Ark of Bradford County, whether it's $10, whether it's $100 or $1,000. How do they go about doing that?
So one way they can do it is they can go to our website, which is thearkbradford.org. And there are ways that they can donate on there. So everything from monetary donations, if people wanted to donate property or vehicles or really anything, we have avenues to be able to accept those donations. Another way that they can donate is if they want to donate monetarily, they could stop by our administrative offices and drop off a check or something like that there.
Gotcha. I just want to welcome in some people. Dwight Allen, brother, it's good to hear from you. I love you. I've been thinking about you lately. Hope everything's going well. I noticed that Judith has joined the broadcast, and she's here in the studio. So hello, Judith. Dave Holland Jr. is watching. Lisa Moody Tomlinson and Byron Bagwell. They made it home safely, Dave. So thank you so very much. I'm glad that y'all are home. Byron, I wish you could been on the show, but I understand, hey, I'd rather you be home safe, and then you can pick back up with us next week. I'm going to talk about that, Rick, here in the next few things that we get into. Austin's Weather Service. He is our weather guru. If you need a weather report, always go and check Austin's Weather Service. He's on Facebook. Just type in Austin's Weather Service. He's got all kinds of tabs that you can go there to get your local weather. If you don't live locally, you can get one for the region or wherever you're going. Check out Austin Stevens at Austin's Weather Service. And by the way, too, John, he's the guy that downloads our show to YouTube. So after this is done, this goes on YouTube, and we're upwards of 350 or 355 shows on YouTube. We've got each and every episode labeled, so you can go watch that on YouTube as well. Scott Munnings, which is a very good friend of mine, and of course, Judas, he said, and I lost my comments now. Let me see here if I can get it back. But anyway, when I get my comments back, I will see here. Anyway, he mentioned about pulling a trailer, which we will do that. You got it there, Dave?
Go ahead.
All right. Do you happen to have Scott's any of the comments up there, Dave? Let me see.
But I'm
okay. Are you working on something right there? There it is right there. He says, hear me out, John. Probably you. I want to put my tractors in the 4th of July parade if they let me. I can pull my trailer with one of them, loaded up with benches, tables, etc., and put a for sale sign on them, advertising for the art through the parade. Let me know. So, and I know Scott Munning, so does Judith. We know him really well. Very nice guy. Always wants to help out in the community. So that's something that maybe we want to take up his offer on. And that's another, Dave, another way of the volunteering thing is right there. Hello. When Tony Sellers retired, y'all lost a good man there. John's shaking his head. Absolutely. I know that Tony's been there for a long time. I used to do stuff with him pre-John days, and I know you was really close with him, and he is a really good man.
Tony's a great guy. He still comes down and visits from time to time. I get to see him periodically. We had a kind of a going away thing for one of our longtime board members recently. Tony was able to come out for that. But yes, fully 100% agree with you, Billy. Tony is an incredible individual.
He sure is. There's no doubt about that. All right, let's get into the fundraising aspect of this and what we've got coming up for the summer. We've already been involved in a couple of things here, but the first thing that's on the docket, of course, is our May 2nd event. Do you want to tell people about that?
Yeah, so we have a fundraiser that's happening on May 2nd. The title for the fundraiser is Horses, Hats, and Hope.
Yes, I like that title.
And so it is going to be a Kentucky Derby party for the ages. So we will have all kinds of things going on. It's from 4 to 8 p.m. It's going to be at our Water Street location.
Yep.
Tickets are $20. There's going to be food. We also have a lot of different raffles and games and things that are going to be happening there.
Best hat and most dapper contest.
That's it.
Derby games, poker, and horse race squares, like you said. Delicious food. Cash bar featuring what?
I know there's going to be some mint juleps.
Yes, there is going to be some.
I know you're looking forward to those.
I know I am. I'm going to get there early so I can help set up, so I can get all that. Did we get all that decorated? So when it comes time, 4 o'clock, I can have me a mint julep.
There you go.
Yep. You remember what I said on the radio? Never had one. Have you?
I don't think I have.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I want to taste one. I just want to try it and just to see, because I think you got to have an acquired taste for that. I don't know. I know there's going to be a lot of people that come there is going to enjoy the mint juleps.
Yes. Yes.
So I know Jeff Foodie and those guys, and I know they'll be there. They really like those mint juleps. They go all out anyway with the dress up and everything else. So it's all for a great cause. How much are the tickets again?
So tickets are $20.
Yeah.
And then if you want to participate in the Derby Squares, those are $25 a piece. Prize on that is $250 if you win.
Right.
So we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Again, it's on May 2nd from 4 to 8 p.m. And we're looking forward to having everyone there.
All right. Sounds good. What's the next big thing we got coming up?
So the next big thing, and I know this one's close to you, Dave.
Yes, it is.
So it is going to be Champions for Inclusion.
Correct.
And so I'm going to pass this one to you.
All righty. I got it. All right. So he was talking about, Dave, and you asked him too about creative ideas and coming up with some different things that we can do. Our main fundraiser that we do each and every year is that cake auction. There ain't too many fundraisers that we do or that we have come up with yet. Maybe except maybe with the brewery that we're hoping is coming down the line that makes as much money as that does. That is a great fundraiser. We enjoy doing it. We have a good time. The clients come there, they perform, they eat, but that's in December. So we were trying to figure out a way to come across with some cash flow pretty quickly. So I think this Kentucky Derby night is going to help. But I think if we do it right, which we have been, we've been promoting this like you wouldn't believe. That wrestling show, you've been around me with the wrestling. You used to be a part of that. You was our cameraman. You took all the pictures. You did everything. When we had a good crowd in there of 200 people, then that was just at the fairgrounds. We did very well, and it got loud and proud, and we actually made a little money. And this is what we're hoping to do on May the 30th, about a short 6.5 weeks away. We're going to have, John, unless you heard of it, I think this is the first time that an ARC has probably hosted or sponsored a wrestling show. I've tried to look at different areas and different other ARCs, and I haven't seen that fundraiser around. So this is probably unique, and some others may want to try it, which is okay. That's fine. Do what you need to do. But anyway, that's going to be on Saturday night, May 30th, Champions for Inclusions. It's just not another independent wrestling show. Oh, no. This is Champions for Inclusion, which is a celebration of life, a charity fundraiser benefit wrestling show to honor and raise funds for the ARC of Bradford County. We've already celebrated a 50-year milestone with this. So, with the ARC. And now we're just trying to figure out, like I said, creative ways to make money. You can go on my Facebook page and read what the ARC's all about. And John sort of explained it. But we're going to have a great night of wrestling. Doors are going to open at 5 o'clock, and this is going to be at the Bradford Middle School Gym, which is 527 North Orange Street, Stark, Florida, 32091. Again, the Bradford County Middle School Gym. We're going to have the ring set up. We're probably, John, as I was doing some numbers, probably going to crunch about 180 to 240 ringside seats. So we're going to limit that. Those ringside seats are $25. We used to charge $15, Dave, when we did it 12 years ago. You remember that?
Yeah.
So, inflation price, that is a great ticket price. If you look at any other indie show, that's what the going price is. So $25 for ringside. General admission, which would be the stands, the basketball stands, or anywhere in that area, $15.
Yeah.
$15 general admission. Here's the best part. I've got $10 tickets. Do you know how you can get a $10 ticket? If you're a student of any school and you can bring John or whoever's working the door and the staff a valid ID, a student valid ID, you're going to get in for $10, general admission. Also, Dave, the ARC of any sort, mainly Bradford County because it is here, but I'm assuming John's probably talked to the ones in Jacksonville and Gainesville and Putnam County. Hey, we're doing a wrestling show. Bring them on. For those ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do a $10 ticket as well. And also, whatever staff comes, and that staff that has to bring, or any staff, $10 tickets. John, you can't beat that with a stick.
That sounds great.
That does sound great, don't it?
Yes,
so,
it does.
Yes, so we're going to have concessions there. We're going to have a 50-50 draw. So we want to fill that gymnasium slat full. And we're going to keep talking about this. We're going to browbeat this together. We are going to spread the word so much that everybody, when they come up to us, hey, when's that wrestling show? That's what I want people to do. I want people to go to John and say, hey, when's that wrestling show? Oh, you know about that wrestling show. Well, here's the information, which John already knows. So, John, we talked about this, and I know that we're going to do most of our ticket selling at the door. But there is a chance, because we're going to be limited seats on ringside, and our sponsors that we're still trying to get up. And by the way, if you want to be a sponsor, you can reach out to me or to John. You can reach out to me at onthespot32091@gmail.com. You can send me a message if you're interested in sponsorship. We have letters and flyers that we're getting almost close to putting together, so we can send those out, or they can contact you. How, John?
So they can reach me in the office. They can call the office 904-964-7699. I'm at extension 238.
Okay. So as we're speaking about that, and he just said that number, I've had some people reach out to me and say, hey, man, will you pre-sell tickets? Well, we wasn't big on the idea about it because we'd like to just try to keep it all centralized there at the event. But John, with his great heart and his mind, John's got a beautiful mind. He said, yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll pre-sell tickets. So we've had that out there for 2 weeks, John, and right now we have 0, right? Mm-hmm. Which is crazy. So, John, I want you to tell people, as I push this, you better get your ringside seats. I cannot guarantee when you walk in that door with as many people that's heard about this and the way that we're going to put signs out everywhere. We're going to get with the sheriff's department. We're going to put signs everywhere a couple of weeks before the event. Dave, I can't guarantee they're going to get a ringside seat if that's what you want. So, John, if they want a ringside seat right now, what do they need to do?
They need to call me.
They need to call you.
They need to call me.
Well, and what's that number?
Yes, it's 904-964-7699. Yep. And I'm at extension 238.
Yep. So you better call. This is Champion for Inclusions, May 30th at the Bradford County Middle School Gymnasium, 527 North Orange Street, Stark, Florida. 11 big mega matches and 8 qualifying matches. The winner from the first round qualifying matches will advance to the main event for the Inclusion Heavyweight Championship title belt. And I'm going to keep that a secret, John. You're going to love this belt. And as soon as we crown the winner, whoever that may be, that belt is going to go with you to the Ark, and it's going to be displayed at your place for people to come in there and see and take pictures with. And if our champion's around, whoever that may be, and you're having an event, that person will come and they'll put that title, and you can have pictures with them, whatever the case may be. So it's something that we can use for future things.
That's awesome.
You're going to love this belt, I'm telling you. I think you've seen a little bit of a picture. We've tweaked it a little bit. So you have, and some of the people that are on here have, but we've tweaked that belt. So we've got a little, Dave, I'll show you later. But anyway, we've got it tweaked up. So that belt will be there. And I'm looking for a great night at the wrestling event. It's been a lot of work. We've got the matches already set up. We're working on the finalization of the sponsorship. So we've got some great sponsors. I do believe that is going to come on board. And for those right now, I do want to thank several people right now. I want to thank John Williams and our art board, which I'll get to in a minute. They've done a wonderful job helping us get the word out, and they're still doing it. On the Spot with David Rodgers, On the Spot Motorsports Media with Mitchell Gunner. We're combining this as we're hosting. We're putting this on with the art. WEAG, Eagle Country 106.3, Real Community Radio. They're advertising it for us. The Bradford County Telegraph, Cliff Smelly, putting it in the paper. I want to thank them. AV Elements, Joel Norman, which we know. Joel's come up and played. As a matter of fact, we're going to have him as a guest one day. He's going to come up there and play some music. And by the way, at intermission, John, Joel is our sound man. He's going to be playing all the wrestlers' music and everything. But at the intermission, Joel is actually going to play a set for us. He's going to play several songs, and he's got a great voice. He can play that guitar. Yeah. So Joel Norman will be our special guest performer as well, along with that 50-50 drawing that we're going to do. We're going to try to gather up some giveaways so we can do some giveaways at the event. So the main important thing, Dave, the doors are going to open at 5. Guess what? Between 5 and 6, John, they can meet the wrestlers, can't they?
That's it.
All right.
Sign, meet and greet. Yeah. You can meet with the wrestlers. They'll have their merchandise tables out there. They'll be selling merchandise on top of, coming and working the show.
I got a question. You might have already answered it. But I know there's 2 locations in Bradford County for the Arc. Where is this location? Where's this wrestling going to be at?
It's going to be at the Bradford Middle School Gym. So it won't be neither at the Arc.
All right.
Yeah, it's going to be at the Bradford Middle School Gym, 527 North Orange Street, and Start Florida, 32091. And was you there the last time we did a show in there? You remember that's the night that the lights went out on us in there?
It's been so long.
Yeah, that's been 13, 14 years ago.
So many of your matches over the years. What, 9 years?
Let's see, 2004 to 2014, 10 years.
Five matches a year?
Yeah, more than that. We was running every month. We was, depending on but anywhere from 5 to 7 to 8 to 9 events a year.
What's that, man?
Yeah, that's a bunch. That's
60 matches?
Yeah, for sure. Easily 60 shows for sure. So, but I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the May 2nd, the Kentucky Derby. Are you wearing any kind of outfit or anything? Are you dressing up for that, or you can't say?
I can't disclose that.
You can't disclose that
at this time. I will tell you though. We did X the Speedo for the wrestling match. So
you did X that.
Yeah.
So you want to make that definitely clear.
That's not happening.
That's not happening. Okay. So the opponent that I was going to have you wrestle, are you just going to? What are you going to wear? Jeans? What are you going to wear? What are you going to do?
To be determined.
To be determined on that. All right. Sounds good. Well, actually, I may have Judith Young Sally in there. I think we're going to put her in a match as well. Maybe what we could do is put a match between you and her in there. How about that?
Man.
Lube, the Express Oil Lube against the Arc of Bradford County.
I'm not sure that I can take her.
I'm not sure you can take her. Well, I'll have to ask her that when she comes on. All right. So that's the kind of things. And then there's one more event, and I know you probably don't want to get into it too much, but we got the summer gala coming up too, right?
We got the summer gala coming up. That's going to be on July 23rd.
Mm-hmm.
The theme is going to be Roaring 20s.
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking forward to that. More details to come, but we're getting excited about that as well.
Yeah. All right. So there you go. So the summer gala will be coming up. I also want to thank Rick Knopf, Crusher Knopf, as he's helping me behind the scenes. He's spreading the word. He's on the show tonight. He's done a lot of background work for us. So I want to thank Rick. Rick will be at the show. You'll get a chance to meet him along with the other ARC board members. If you don't mind, John, can I read a little something here about the ARC? The ARC of Bradford County's board of directors are inspiring individuals who share our commitment to creating a better community for the individuals we serve. They bring diverse backgrounds and expertise to the table and provide invaluable guidance and support to the organization. We are proud to have such a dedicated and talented group of individuals supporting our mission. The ARC of Bradford County Board of Directors meets quarterly. Board meetings are open to the public. So if you would like to attend a board meeting, please email John Williams at john.williams@the ARC Bradford, or is it the ARC or AR? The AR Bradford, or is it supposed to be ARC?
It's supposed to be ARC.
Okay. So at the ARC Bradford, all one word, .org. So here's our board members. And John, sometimes these guys don't get mentioned in a lot of things that we do, but they're so vital in what you have going on and what your staff has going on. And we can't do it without these guys. And it starts with our president, Donna Souls. Mm-hmm. Chuck Kramer, he's our vice president. Chrissy Allen, the owner of the Downtown Grill, she's our secretary. And a unique individual. And Buddy, he's been pounding me about this show. Linda's hey, the show's still going on, right? We're still doing this show. You remember Josh in the wheelchair?
Yeah.
Used to sit up front, man, and he loved us. He loved everything about the wrestling.
See him at the football games.
Absolutely, all the time. He is a big sports enthusiast, and Josh Atkins is our treasurer. So that's our officers. Members, Patricia Evans from Capital City Bank, Steve Futch from Jones Funeral Home, Robert Kelly from Kelly Construction, Teresa Patterson, she's a teacher at Bradford Middle School, I think, or high school, I can't remember. Carolyn Reddish, DLP Bank, David Rodgers, of course, I work at New Millennium, Dan Sykes Law Firm, Lori Thompson, Roberts Insurance, and Brad Witt, Sheriff's Office Emergency Management. So that's our board for this year. Did I forget anybody?
I think.
Do you think we hit everybody? Yeah, I got this off the website, so I hope I hit everybody. But anyway, that's our mission. That's our team. If you need to get a hold of the ARC of Bradford County, they're at 1351 South Water Street in Stark, Florida. 904-964-7699 is the phone number, right? Mm-hmm. Fax number, if you need to fax something to John or get something to John, 904-964-7215. You can contact them Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. And, of course, somebody will answer the phone. John, let's talk before I let you get out of here. You're involved in a lot of things. And I know we talked and we hit about the ARC and we hit about the fundraiser coming up. But you're involved in a club here as well, right? What club are you a member of?
Yeah, so one of the clubs that I'm a part of is the Rotary Club of Stark. And this Saturday is our annual fundraiser for Rotary, which is the Beast Feast. It's going to be out at the Horseman's Farm.
Mm-hmm.
Was that 227?
I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So,
but before you go any further, as long as these fires are okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anything hopefully doesn't come up as far as that way. But as long as everything is contained and it doesn't seem to be making a presence over there, I don't know if that has been in the talking. I just wanted to.
Yeah, fortunately, right now everything's good in that space. So we're believing and hoping and praying that
Mm-hmm.
everything continues through this weekend where we're good to go. But this Saturday, 5:00 is when the event is.
Mm-hmm.
Tickets are $75 in advance.
Yep.
$80 at the door. It's going to be a ton of great door prizes, a ton of great raffles. It's a lot of fun, a lot of good food, There's going to be the beer cart out there.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great time. So this Saturday, 5 o'clock, Sportsman Farm.
How much?
Tickets are $75 in advance, $80 at the door.
Eat all you want.
Eat all you want.
Mm-hmm. And you know what kind of stuff they have out there. If you've never been to a Beast Feast, it's a treat. Just go out there. Like John said, they have almost anything and everything. I think the radio guy asked us if they had filet mignon. I don't think they have that.
I don't know that that's going to be there, but think all kinds of fish,
Yep.
venison, like pig, like just any kind of
Bear.
So every year is a little bit different,
Yeah.
but we've had some exotic food. We've got,
Mhm.
just all kind of meat that you can think of. So it's a fun time, great food, all you can eat. Really encourage everyone to come out.
And it's well prepared. Everything is cooked like to perfection. You know, you think you're eating alligator, or you think you're eating a piece of chicken. You're really eating alligator, or like you say, bear, or whatever the case may be. It's just crazy on how they prepare it. So you're doing this for the Rotary Club, correct?
That's correct.
So two quick things before you go. The funds that are raised on this Beast Feast, where do they go? And what is the Rotary about?
Yeah, so the Rotary is about doing good in the world. I mean,
Yep.
that's the easiest way to say it. It crosses all political parties. It crosses all religious beliefs. It's basically our mission is doing good,
Right.
and that's our focus. And so the funds raised from the Beast Feast go to fund projects that Rotary does throughout the year.
Mm-hmm.
Everything from we provide scholarships for students going into college.
Wow.
We provide
I like that.
support to nonprofit organizations and other events that are happening in the community. Again, we look at how can we make a lasting impact and how can we change the world for the better. And so the funds raised from this Beast Feast will go to programs throughout the next year.
Oh, that's awesome. All right. So after the Beast Feast, anything coming up for the Rotary? Anything of significance? I know you got your meetings monthly or weekly or whatever, however you do your meetings. Is there anything else that's coming up in the near future?
So the following Wednesday after that is our induction ceremony. So we'll be inducting new members into Rotary.
Right.
And then coming soon, we will be, so in partnership with Bradford County, the TDC, Clay Electric, Rotary has been able to put a pavilion at the Santa Fe boat ramp.
Right.
That I believe was completed today.
Oh, okay.
They were pouring concrete today. So
Nice.
Very excited about that. So we will have a ribbon cutting ceremony out there at some point.
Oh, wow.
It's a heavily used boat ramp.
Yes.
Any day you go out there, you'll see a dozen vehicles that, have
Yep.
launched. Again, water's a little low right now, so
Sure.
a little bit harder to launch. Saw a couple of boats being launched today. And they were getting way out.
Oh, yeah.
Boats out. But really excited that we were able to do that for the community and, create that space that it's a nice pavilion. Like they did a great job installing it.
John, I want to thank you for coming on the show. It's been a great, we put out a lot of information from the ARC side and the Rotary side. I'll give you the last word before you go. Is there anything that you really want to push or talk about just there towards the end of your interview?
No, I think we touched on everything. I again just want to say thank you for having me on, but also thank you to the community because without the community support, agencies like the ARC just would cease to exist. And so it really is a testament to the people who live here in Bradford County and the people who've invested in the agency over the years. We're celebrating 51 years this year, which is, for an agency to be around that long, a nonprofit providing support, that's pretty incredible. So again, just thank you to everyone who does provide that support on a consistent basis.
Thank you. From the ARC of Bradford County, CEO of ARC of Bradford County. Dave, let's go to a commercial break, and then we'll bring our next guest on, and we'll be right back after we take these commercial timeouts. Welcome back to On the Spot with David Rodgers. I am your host, David Rodgers. Our senior director and producer, Mr. Dave Holland, he's in the house tonight. Of course, he's the only one that went to barber college, as you can see on that quick haircut. Dave, I got to ask you, I always ask you, how long did that dadgum haircut take you? How long was that? About 24 seconds?
Haircut?
Yeah. That one in the video there in our commercial.
Oh.
How long did that take?
Actually, that was trick photography.
Trick photography. So you didn't cut that hair that fast?
No.
Well, look at my hair.
Pretty close.
Yeah, you've never cut my hair that fast.
No, I spend a little more time on your, because you have so much.
Because I have so much. So instead of 24 seconds, it only takes you 38 with mine.
There you go. 38-second cut. I'm going to get a t-shirt.
I got you, man. I got you. Hey, look, you're the only one that went to barber college on this studio. So, hey, you know where I got that from, don't you?
I didn't have to go to barber college to see. You're not losing your hair, but it's definitely losing its color.
Well, there is no doubt about that. It's been lost its color. The only thing that's shining here besides my shirt and your glowing face is this gray hair or this silver hair. So
that's why
there you
I
go.
stay on the other side of the camera.
I don't blame you. It's really nice and comfortable over there. There's no pressure.
And now our second special guest for tonight's show. She has volunteered for many things and events here in our community and has represented Bradford County in many things. She is an advocate for making sure things are on the up and up, which I know that for a fact, and making sure that the citizens of Stark and all of Bradford County know what's going on with all the political happenings and community events. Welcome to the show, Judith Young Sally. Hello, Judith.
You could have just said I'm a big mouth.
I was trying to make it.
That.
Well, I was trying to make it really, really good.
It sounded great that way.
Yeah, we had to spruce it up a little bit.
There you go. That's it.
So, as y'all are aware, and if y'all been watching this show for any amount of times, Judith's been on a couple of times with us, and glad to have her back. And I know since you've been on, since the last time you were on, I know that you have changed employment since then. And I know you've been doing some things in the community.
I try.
Yep. And something that I heard the other day that we're going to talk about that I was not even aware of until I heard it on the radio interview that she did, by the way, which she did an excellent job on that interview with there was Pete O'Shea at that time, wasn't it? Pete is no longer at the radio station now. Dave has pretty much taken that over, but Judith did a good job. So, before we get into all that, and people that don't know you or hadn't seen you the last couple of times, tell everybody who Judith is.
I'm that car girl. I'm the one that you see when you come in and get your oil changed or buy a new set of tires, or the car's making some funny noise and you don't know what it is, or it's feeling weird when you're driving. I'm her.
So, did you go to school? Where did you go to school at? Where are you from? Are you married, or did you marry somebody? Or?
So everybody.
little personal stuff. Okay, maybe I should have cleared.
I am not the famous one in this relationship. So I do have a better half.
Okay.
Most people know my husband as Nate, formerly serviced Bradford County for many years with Rebels Fast Lube.
Absolutely.
But now he has a fantastic opportunity. Well, he's with Miracle Automotive and Towing.
Yes, he is. Kurt Miracle, one of our buddies. You seen the commercial?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So we both kind of had a big change. We kind of switched roles. Nate's he's taken a step back. He's back in the shop. He's just doing mechanic and stuff.
Okay.
And he says, I have trained you so well, you can go off and run this shop now. And that's what I'm doing. So I'm actually the store manager of the new Express. This is the big name. Express Oil Change and Tire Engineers. Mm-hmm. It's a mouthful. And like every time you answer the phone, that's how they want you to answer it. I get people commented all the time. But everybody knows that Express is new to Bradford County, but they're not actually a new business. Express has actually been around since 1979. We're out of Alabama. We actually are a parent entity of a bunch of other companies, I guess would be the best
Okay.
way to explain it. So we have Express Oil Change and Tire Engineers, but we also own several other businesses like Mavis Tires and Brakes Plus and Tires Plus. So several other smaller shops that fall into that, into other regions. And we're pretty much anywhere from Virginia all the way out to Arizona. So
Wow, you
so
cover a big area.
big area. Just the Express Oil Changes, we're about 550 stores strong at this point.
Okay.
We've had for years, we've had 3 locations over in Jacksonville and lots in South Florida, and right now, and then out in the Panhandle. And we kind of have this dead area right here in North Central Florida.
Right.
And Express is really looking to bring stores into these smaller communities that are up and coming, because we've talked about this before. Bradford County, Stark is most definitely an up and coming area.
Absolutely.
So they were first to get here and get on the map, and I'm loving it. When I interviewed for the job, I had my own questions for them. I kind of, being in the industry for a while, I kind of felt like I had standards for the quality of products and the quality of services that I was going to put my name to.
Right.
Because most people have trusted me or Nate for years, with all their car needs. And I wasn't really wanting to go into, I'm not even going to mention it, some of these other lube shops, like corporate level lube shops.
Correct.
That, we could sit here and call names out, but we're not.
No, because you're not about that.
No, but I can honestly say it's a top tier. We're a Valvoline shop. All of my oils, all of my fluids and stuff that we use at the shop are Valvoline. Now we do offer a Mobile One. We've got some people that like the Mobile One and the Motorcraft stuff.
Right.
The Ford guys.
Right.
So we do offer that. We got
I.e. Mitchell Gunner. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
No, Mitchell's my Dodge guy.
Yeah, he's your Dodge man.
So, great quality filters. Nice thing about it is truly going to save you time. Like most of the time when you go to a place, remember when you used to come see me to change your oil before?
Yep. Before I went on that football trip and stuff. Yeah.
You'd have to come inside, bring me the keys. You'd have to go find you a seat in the lobby and sit there.
Right.
We don't have any of that anymore. Nice thing about it, you're going to pull in my parking lot. One of my technicians is going to greet you in the parking lot. We're going to tell you which bay we want you at. And you stay in the car.
Wow.
You don't even have to get out of the car for your oil change.
Oh,
I got to tell you, the mamas are loving it. The mamas don't have to take the babies out the car seats anymore, so it's a win.
Right. Let me make sure I got my facts right, because you know me. I like to have my notes right. I like to have everything up and up. Me and Dave talk about this. So, again, it's Express Oil Change and Tire Engineers in Stark, Florida, located at 1198 South Walnut Street. Provides 10-minute drive-through oil changes without an appointment?
No appointment necessary.
That can't be. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Without an appointment. All right, let me start that. All right. Alongside full-service mechanical repairs such as brake services. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
And tire services?
Mm-hmm.
What else? Did I miss something?
Well, along with those brake services, so we offer alignments.
Okay.
Probably one of the few places in town you can get an alignment done same day without an appointment.
Okay.
That's something else we do.
Alignment. Okay. So I forgot that. That's good. So I got that in my notes. Y'all are open Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, and Saturdays, 8 to 5?
8 to 5.
All right. And you're closed on Sundays.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Now, I've seen this as just little notes. Often offering coupons for services like $20 off full service oil changes.
Absolutely.
Really?
All you have to do is visit our website. Actually, most people do it while they're sitting in their car on the oil bay.
Right.
And when you visit our website, there's a little coupon tab on there. Coupons. Everybody loves coupons.
Oh, sure I do. Yeah, especially when it says $20 off.
And just show us the discount code. You don't have to print anything off. You don't have to fuss with all that. You can just pull it up on your cell phone.
Show it to you.
Show it to us. We write the code down. We apply it whenever we cash it out. And that's it. That's instant savings.
All right.
But it's not just oil changes. There's brake services, alignments, all kinds of discounts on there. You just have to make the effort to visit our website and see what's available at that day.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good because
how much is an oil change?
That's a
it
great question.
varies. So oil is one of those things that, yes, it has gotten expensive. I mean, everything has, but a lot of that has, not to call you guys old or anything, but
we are. But anyway, yeah.
but the cars that you were accustomed to growing up in your younger years, those cars ran on conventional oil, and conventional oil really is being phased out. It's become a thing of the past. Now, granted,
so when you say conventional oil, you're talking just regular 30 weight?
Just regular, like 10W30.
Okay. How about just regular 30 weight?
So, well, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so any in that realm. Okay.
So, most of your newer cars now, you're either going to have a full synthetic, which if you drive like a Chevy, a Toyota, especially those two types of vehicles, they do manufacturer recommends full synthetic, and you're going to want to put that in there because that's how you're going to maintain your warranty.
Right.
And then you have others, like say you got a car from 2016.
Right.
So say you're driving a Kia or a little Hyundai or something like that.
I do, little Hyundai line.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So we offer a really great synthetic blend. So you have your baseline conventional oil. Your next step up from that's going to be your synthetic blend. Really great stuff. We also call it our high mileage.
Yeah,
because it's got some extra little razzle dazzle in there that's going to help keep things running smooth once you get some miles on it. And then top tier, of course, your full synthetic.
Right.
Oh, well, some people don't think that way. And so if I got a vehicle that's got conventional oil and I accidentally go to the store and grab a bottle of oil,
synthetic,
and I don't look at it enough and it's synthetic, is that going to mix with that and tear my engine up?
No, I mean, oil is oil.
That's
now,
my way.
So it goes a little bit different. Putting synthetic oil in an older car is a lot different than putting conventional oil in a new car. So that's where you really want to be careful. You don't want to take your brand new car and put conventional oil in it, because I'm going to tell you, these new synthetic oils that are out there. So Toyota just launched a 08.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks, if I could compare it to anything, it looks like baby oil.
Right.
Like when they came out with the 016 weight for the new Toyotas a couple years ago, it reminded me of like really thin vegetable oil. But this new 08 and the brand new Toyotas that are coming out, it is almost clear. There's just the very slightest hint of color, and it's so thin. So you wouldn't want to take and put something like a thicker 10W30 conventional oil in your new car.
Well, when I check my oil, I look at the oil. And when it's used, it's got a different look when it's
dirty.
New.
It's dirty.
It's dirty.
She's doing a good job, brother. I love her. She's doing a good job.
A great job.
Yeah.
But if it's clear,
and she is the best, by the way.
How do you judge that?
So, well, I always tell people, so the best way to keep an eye on your oil is periodic checks and tracking your mileage. So I know some people are real particular. Oh, I change it every 3 months or every 6 months. We've got some older people around town. They got that car. It only goes to the doctors, the grocery store, and church on Sunday. They're not putting no miles on it.
Right.
They come and change it once a year.
Right.
Because you're going by your mileage. Most conventional oils, we're used to those old-fashioned 3,000-mile oil changes.
Yes.
Now you get into these newer cars. I know if you're going to the Toyota dealership over there, Toyota's using their products, and they're trying to put some people on like 7,500 miles to 10,000 miles in between oil changes.
I was going to ask you about that, and I'm glad you said that, because I've heard some vehicles, some of these newer vehicles. Judith, I know you stay on top of this because you got to, because of the business that you're in. I've heard vehicles, is this true, going even up to 12,000 miles before an oil change?
So,
and I don't even know which vehicle that is. I just seen something like that online.
So I know that Toyota is offering a 10,000 mile service interval. I don't know about the 12. I know that there are some oils out there like M's Oil, for example. M's Oil advertises a 25,000 mile service interval. Jesus. But here's the thing about that. Yeah, the oil may be rated for up to 25,000 miles, but I stand firm on this. One of the most important parts of your oil change is the quality oil filter. And oil filters are not rated for 25,000 miles. So even if you are going to use a product like AMSOIL because you don't want to change it as often, you still need to be changing your oil filter every 5,000-10,000 miles.
And if you're going to change oil filter, you might as well get the oil change, right?
Well, I mean,
so what would you do in that instance? I mean, because you pull the filter, how much oil comes out that filter?
Most filters approximately half a quart to a quart.
Okay, so you would just change the filter, put the filter back on, and add
top it back on.
Top it back on.
Hey, man, I mean, what is it? Lubrication 316 if it's got oil.
Yeah.
If it's leaking oil, it's got oil.
It's got oil.
That's what they say.
Well, I got one for you.
What?
Get ready.
Get ready.
My new vehicle with the instrument dash thing that you can punch it up and it'll tell you how much air you have in your tire, when you need changed in your oil, several things. But there's one thing that stuck out. It was telling me when I first got it about 3 weeks ago, it said I had 75% life on my oil. 3 weeks later, today, it's telling me I got 63% life on my oil. What's going to happen?
I'm going to tell you like I tell everybody else. Ignore that.
That's hard.
That's hard. No. Well, okay. So for that reason, I'm not real big on doing what computers tell me to do. To break it down to you, so is it a brand new vehicle?
21.
So it already had some miles on it. So I would automatically just assume that when you purchase the vehicle that it had a fresh oil change in it. And I would go to a 3,000 to 5,000 mile service interval from the mileage whenever you purchased it.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I have people come in all the time. Oh, I'm going by the date or I'm going by what the dash tells me. And I'm
usually,
like,
5,000 to 8,000.
So when you get into the computer telling when several different things factor into that, the engine running, the miles driven, an automatic counter that factors in, even though the car is not running.
That's what the computer is factoring in.
Yeah, I tell people like the miles that you drive it. So that's how you're dirtying your oil. Because I mean, a little bit different if say you were somebody like law enforcement or a delivery driver where you had a lot of idle time on it.
Yeah.
But for most of us standard people, standard driving,
right?
Not high idle hours. I'll get tongue tied. I would really say so. Ideally, on most of our newer vehicles, we're looking at your best service interval is going to be between that 3,000 and 5,000 mile mark. I mean, even I know some people are like, oh, I run full synthetic. I'm going to go that 7,000, that 7,500 miles. And that's fine if you want to do it. I have just seen better results when it comes to the longevity of the motor.
Yeah.
When you have a set, 3,000 to 5,000 mile service interval.
I absolutely agree with you.
Me too. I absolutely fully agree. All right. So we were talking about oil changes, things like that. So other services, what is this? Tell me about this complimentary 20-point inspection included with the oil change. What is that about?
So this is something I keep getting asked about because everybody keeps coming to me, oh, well, I go to Ford and Ford does this inspection. I'm like, well, we do too. We just don't talk about it as much as they do.
Right.
But it's something that's done with every single one of our cars. So whenever you pull in, one of the things that we do when we get done doing your oil change is we're going to make sure our work is good. So we're going to have you start the car up while you're sitting there on the bay. And basically that inspection that we're going to do, we're looking at your tires. We're looking at all of your lights. We're having you turn the wheel, honk the horn. There's several different steps to it just to make sure that your vehicle is as safe as possible when you're going down the road. Because just because you're there for an oil change, like if I see the wires hanging out the side of your tire,
oh yeah,
or say your CV axle boot is torn and I'm hearing you pull into the oil bay and I'm hearing that clicking sound, I'm going to let you know, hey, you have some other issues going on with this vehicle. And, you know, we have people that are available to take a look at that if you want a professional opinion, and instead of just turning the radio up, because this is a real thing. This is a real thing. Turning the radio up to where you don't hear the noise anymore. And ladies,
doesn't make it go away.
I'm going to look
Jim?
right at the camera. Ladies, stop putting pictures and stickers on your dash and covering up the warning lights. Stop doing it. Stop covering it. They're not emojis. You're not trying to collect them all. They're not Pokemon.
Yeah,
the warning lights are there for a reason, and we'd be more than glad to take a look at them for you.
That's pretty good. I love that. That is awesome.
And I've heard the cauldron light and the teapot light.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I love it when my teapot light is on. I'm like, pull over immediately. Yep.
Yeah. All right. So, you know, you've been talking about the oil changes, some of the other services that you offer. All right. So before I get into some of your discounts and offers, if me and Dave Holland was to pull in there to get an oil change, we're both going to come in there together. How much is going to be our oil changes? So what's it going to be? Well, okay. What is a standard oil change? What does it cost for a standard oil change? Joe Henry just pulls in there and he wants an oil change.
So like we were talking about just a couple of minutes ago, so we have 3 tiers of oil.
Yeah.
So most people, every car is going to be different on how much oil it takes, how many quarts it holds, but we do have a baseline price.
Okay.
So for folks with the older vehicles that are still running conventional oil, that conventional oil change up to 5 quarts is going to start at $65 before any discount.
65 before any discount. Okay.
Or excuse me, 55.
Oh,
55.
wait a minute. Oh, 55. Okay. That even sounds familiar. That sounds better.
Our synthetic blend, aka a lot of people call it our high mileage, either or. That synthetic blend is going to start at $75 up to 5.
Really?
I got a van. It's got a 5.4. Runs great. I changed the oil pretty regular, but it's got 330,000 miles on it.
Heck yeah!
So I use the high mileage oil and change it out about every 5,000 miles or so.
Great service interval. And like most people, the brand new cars, pretty much any new car that you've bought in the past 5 years, I could probably go further back than that. But most of them have a full synthetic requirement, especially like Toyota and Chevy GM product.
Right.
Chevy GM wants you to use a full synthetic oil with a product in it called Dexos. It's just an oil additive, basically. Yeah. And those full synthetic oil changes are going to start about $90 up to 5 quarts. And like I said, no appointment necessary. You're not getting out the car for an oil change. In most cases, if you end up on my bay, we're going to sit there and talk, but I try to get you in and out of there in 15 minutes.
So let me get this straight, because these are, I'm just going to say it, some hell of prices. I mean, $55 for a standard oil change. You're getting all that little stuff. You're going to look the car over. You're going to do all that. $75 for high mileage. Let's call it that. Let's call it the high mileage oil change. And are you kidding me? You're only charging $90 for a synthetic oil change? How can we do this, Judith? I just don't see how you guys can stay in business.
Even before the discounts, because
what do you mean that's before the discounts? So okay, I want a synthetic oil change, man. What?
Well, visit my website. Go to expressoil.com.
Yeah.
And any given day of the week. Now they do update the coupon codes on there, but they range anywhere from $15 to $26.
There is no way. Okay, so let me say, if I can catch a $26 one, are you telling me, Judith, that a synthetic oil change for me, if I can catch a $26 coupon, is going to be $74?
And no hidden fees with that either, because I'm not going to charge you to top up your antifreeze. or your power steering fluid. I'm gonna
What?
fill your windshield wiper fluid. I know other places charge for that.
Yeah. Well,
And
are you
that
kidding
was-
me?
I think that should
What?
always be part of your oil change.
I mean, it's small amount. It's
I
not
mean,
But
yeah,
okay,
but
let's just
other
say,
places
let's
charge.
say that the windshield washer fluid is totally empty. You're
Well,
not going to charge nobody to fill that up?
Not even if I have to put a whole gallon in it.
you know, back in the day,
Oh, wow. This is.
and I'm going back before you were born.
I'm pretty old though.
You pull into a gas
Full
station.
service.
Yes.
This guy runs out, pumps your gas,
Yep.
cleans your windshield,
Checks the oil.
do that.
Checks
open
the,
up your
what?
truck.
Yeah, we clean your windshield when you're there too, and do your
This
tire
is
pressure.
full service, Dave. This is what you are just talking about.
Yeah.
Right?
You
This is
vacuum
full
the
service.
mats too.
No, we don't. No, okay.
Okay. Okay.
I know a lot of people that have asked me about that. They know my last shop that we did that, and I can't say that I don't miss it,
Right.
because I was always the one that had to do the vacuuming.
Yeah.
So I don't miss that. But yeah, that is the one thing that we don't offer. But all of your fluids, they're all getting topped up.
Yep.
We're going to clean the windshield. We're going to do your tire pressures. You're getting a quality oil filter and a Valvoline oil product. And and everything
Oh.
everything reports to Carfax.
I was just getting ready to ask
The
that.
icing on the cake right
Wow.
there.
Do you
Everything
go
report-
through and check all the lights to make sure?
that is part of our 21-point inspection that we
Inspection.
do. We even make you
Mhm.
blow the horn, because I mean, people come to
Well,
me
we do
because they
sit in the
trust me
car
to
and-
keep them and their family.
Dave, I'm
safe.
on text because mine's about due for an oil change again.
Mine too.
I'm going to go and I'm going to sit in the car. Judith's probably going to want to talk to me, but I'm going to let her do her job. I'm going to sit there and download that coupon because I like that synthetic thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to download that coupon while she's doing that.
Yeah.
So, hey, I'm telling you, that is a heck of a deal. And Dwight Allen says he's
I
going to
agree.
see you soon.
Hey, Dwight, Byron, Lisa,
Yeah,
some
Byron and
fantastic
Lisa,
people.
yeah, Byron and Lisa has said nothing but praise for you over there. The problem with me is I work in Lake City. So I do a lot of my stuff in Lake City, which, I probably shouldn't, but it's just more convenient for me. So my oil changes get done over there. But you know what? Now that I got this, I can wait. I can get my little tail over here one afternoon before 6
Or
o'clock
Saturday.
or Saturday or before 6 o'clock or on Saturday. And I'm going to take it to Judith to do the oil change on all my vehicles. Heck with that.
Getting off the oil on the tires.
Best tire prices in town.
Are you serious?
I think so. But
Okay.
I
What
mean,
if I
I'm not
just-
putting myself up. There's some good people around here. That
No,
do
there
tires.
is.
So nothing against Joe's. Joe's does stuff that I don't do. Joe's has a lot of experience with like the bigger jacked up trucks and
Yep.
stuff like that.
Mhm.
So like, I mean, I'm not saying that there's never been anything that I've had to go, hey man, I'm not able to do this here. When you get these guys in with like 40s and 44-inch
Oh, I
tires,
bet.
I'm like, go see Joe.
So if I just want my tires rotated and maybe had the air checked, just roll on in.
Yep. We'll create a ticket. We'll send it around to the mechanics on the other side.
How much would something like that? Just
So most of
rotate
your
and
standard
check
car,
the air.
just regular rotate, usually $29.99, unless you're in like a big, huge, like heavy duty truck or something like that. But most of our standard cars, $29.99.
How about rotate and balance?
So rotates and balance start about $45.99.
That ain't
Yeah.
horrible.
A
and-
tire.
That's good.
So no, for all four of them.
Wow.
So, and also one of our hottest
40.
items is the front end alignments.
Yes.
Those-
Yeah, talk about that.
Those alignments, $129.99. If you just come in off the street, first of all, you don't need an appointment. We do walk-ins on alignments also, and standard price $129.99. But if you purchase tires from me,
Uh-huh.
you purchase a set of 4
The
tires
alignment's
from me.
free.
Not free, but I'm going to give it to you half price. I will
Really?
help you out on that. But
I
that's
tried,
not-
ladies and gentlemen.
that's not all.
I did try.
You did try.
So you're also going to get free tire rotations for the
Mhm.
life of your tires when you purchase a set of 4, and we'll do balancing as well for you.
Okay, here's a tricky one. My car tells me how much air
Good night, brother. I
I
love you.
have in my tires. But I think one of those,
PPMS sensors.
yeah.
Yes.
Do you handle replacing those?
We do. Those are expensive little boogers. Oh my goodness. I'm old fashioned. I'm like, oh, I can look at my tire and tell
That's
me.
fair.
No, but I know a lot of people. I know, especially when we put our younger children
Right.
in cars, and you know they're not
Yeah.
really experienced. Something like the TPMS sensors
My
could be a
granddaughter-
really valuable, safety feature for them. I don't use them as much. I drive a big old Jeep. My
Yes,
tire
you do.
light stays on because I run my tires at 28 psi. But we do the tire sensors. I really don't want to quote it over the air without looking at the computer.
Sure.
So we just had some price changes on
Right.
that, but they are over $100 a sensor. I do know that for sure.
My dealership charges almost $300.
Well, I have them
a
beat then.
sensor.
If that's what they charge for one, I do have them beat.
Yes.
So, but they're expensive little boogers, but it's really good peace of mind. We have, younger kids, our sons and daughters that have only been driving for a few years, or we have, our older parents and aunts
Right.
and uncles and stuff like that. For somebody like that, it's a great, valuable tool for peace of mind. You and I know we're gonna look at the tire and go, I should put some air in that.
I should put some air in there.
I should put
Right.
some air in it.
Okay, so tell me before we go on to a couple of other things here, I want to wrap this part of it up. What other coupons that you know of? And I know prices change daily or weekly or whatever. What's some of the coupons like if somebody wanted to go in there and say, man, I watched Judith on the Spot with David Rodgers. She was so knowledgeable, so pleasant, man, but I just don't quite have enough money. And that they could use one of these coupons and they may have enough. So what other coupons are you offering?
So the coupons vary, but there's always going to be a coupon on our website for an oil change.
Okay.
There's usually one on there for a mechanical service. Say you need an alternator replaced or you need some brake pads done. There's usually something along those lines that falls into mechanical. Right now, I want to say there's one on there for buy one, get one free wiper blades. A couple days ago, the last time I was on there, I seen that one as
About
well.
time for people to start replacing
Yeah.
wiper blades.
So
what people are going to need to focus on replacing, since we were talking about the fires earlier,
right.
this is this is something that I wanted to talk about. We have a lot of smoke in the air right now.
Absolutely.
Air quality is poor
Yes.
in this area. So just like we need to be able to breathe, our vehicles need to be able to breathe
Absolutely.
also.
I'm glad you said that.
So
Air
most
filters.
vehicles, you have two types of air filters. You're going to have one under the hood. That's going to filter out all the air the motor uses to breathe.
And the
You're going to
cabin
have
filter.
another one, cabin air filter.
Filter.
It's usually inside behind the glove box.
Yep.
That filters out all the air you breathe.
That particular filter probably doesn't get changed in a lifetime.
Well, I recommend replacing them at least once a year. Of course, it is something that you check periodically, and if you physically see that it's a little on the dingy side,
Right.
but right now with all these extra particles in the air, right now we want to make sure that those filters stay clean.
Right.
So because basically it's just like the AC filter on your home. Whenever all those contaminants build up in that filter, you and your family's gonna breathe it in, and it's gonna cause a lot of respiratory issues. So if you're in a area where you're dealing with a lot of this smoke and stuff like that,
Right.
as soon as it settles down, I do recommend going to whoever your mechanic or automotive service provider is and changing that filter out. It's they do have charcoal filters. So if you're somebody that, is really sensitive to the smells
Right.
inside your vehicle, that's an option also, because from what I understood from Michael Heater today at the Kiwanis meeting, these drought conditions and these fire conditions are expected to continue throughout June, possibly even into July.
That's what I've heard too as well.
So the breathing problems are just going to continue to increase the longer this goes on. So something as simple as a cabin air filter inside your vehicle, especially if you do a lot of traveling, you got the kids, sports practices, you're sitting in the vehicle a lot with the babies, I would definitely recommend on having those checked and changed if necessary.
All right. So 15% off mechanical services. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. $50 off brake service.
Yep, I think that's the one. Another one that's on there right
That's
now.
on there right now. And how about Ladies' Day? What day is Ladies?
Every Tuesday.
Really? How's your Ladies'
Day?
Days? How's your Ladies' Day?
So Ladies' Day is $5 off any standard oil change. Now it only applies to oil changes. Same thing with our military discount. This is one of those things that I think we could probably do a little bit better on, but that's a corporate level thing. So, but military and Ladies' Day, $5 off of your oil change.
So, what about a guy? Do you have a guy day?
You gonna wear a dress on Tuesday?
Hello there. Hey,
We can
again, Dave's the only one on this set that went to barber college.
I'm gonna have to utilize the military.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, I'm going to utilize the
Another
military too. Yeah, I'm not wearing no skirt. I can tell you that. All right. So we've talked about your employment. Obviously, a great place. I've read the reviews. Man, you know, everybody.
I like my 4.9 Google.
Yeah,
review.
well, you know, look, and me and you know this. Everybody's not going to like you.
No, can't make everybody
You can't
happy.
make everybody happy. If you could, me, you, and Dave would bottle it up, and we would be billionaires right now. It's just not going to happen. But when I was getting my notes ready for this, and I started last week, I was looking at some of the Google reviews. Everything's been positive. Great service, great people, quickness, timely fashion. I see there was several things that I seen there, and I know you got to love that, you being the manager, because whatever your employees do. And by the way, how many do you have? Just real quick.
I think there's 8 of us at my shop right now. One of those being Joel Norman's son, Donovan.
Donovan, that's right. Donovan
Donovan
works for you. Okay, good kid. Really sharp, really intelligent. So, 8 people. So, when you are a manager of 8 people and that store and everything that's involved with it, that's got to make you feel good. And it's got to make your corporate people feel good, your regional, your district, whoever you have. It's got to make you feel real good that, hey, we're actually doing something here. And it's just not about Judith and it's not about me, but it's about all your employees, right?
It is. And I gotta say, I did my research on Express and I got really lucky. I got lucky, but Stark and Bradford County got lucky also that a business like Express chose us to come and settle down in. Express looked at me and they looked at my involvement in the community and the fact that you know me. I love to give away my time.
Of course. You do. Yeah.
So that was.
I'm getting older and I can't give away as much time, but me and you have talked about that in a private deal. But look, it's not that I don't like to or don't want to. It's just, sometimes you got to say no. You know what I mean? And it's not because I want to. It's just because the body and the mind says, hey, man, I can't go no more. But you're still young enough.
I'm trying to step in.
I know. And I know you pick and choose your battles too and everything. But one of the things that you've always been good at, and I'll say it, and I said it at the beginning of this interview, was Judith has always been community involved, no matter what it is. If she's going up there to the city commission meetings, or she's going to the county commission meetings, or any kind of meeting that affects not only her lifestyle, but all of your guys' lifestyle, she always reports it. She always tells you how you feel about it. And one thing I always liked about you is that, hey, I'll tell you like it is. This is the way it's going to come. This is what you're going to get. What you see is what you get. And you tell it like it is. Some people may say, hey, that rubs me the wrong way. Some people's going to say, good. Somebody's out there looking out for us. And one thing I will say about you, that is one thing you have always done. And me and Dave noticed that we've talked about you several times. And we noticed that you will do that. And we appreciate that. Now, I want to move a little step further. And aside from the business, aside from you being a big time car enthusiast and loving to do car shows, me and you have done plenty of them. You are a member of a club here as well.
I just joined. Like
Just joined. Which club? Which
Brandon,
club? Is it the
I joined
is
the
it?
Kiwanis.
The Kiwanis Club, okay?
Yeah.
The Kiwanis, okay? Tell me about the Kiwanis. What happens there?
So where like John was just talking about the Rotary, where their main focus is going out and just doing good.
Yep.
Kiwanis is do it for the kids.
Do it for the kids. So it's mostly kids driven.
So
Okay,
yes.
okay.
I mean, they're our future.
Right.
And this is something I'm really, really passionate about, especially somebody that is in the trades. And I can see where, you know, in the past few years, the past decade, let's just say, we've had this huge push for college education.
Right.
Nothing against that, not for everybody, but it's left all of us in the trades. You know, we're on a deficit right now. The number of technicians across, you know, blue collar trades like plumbing, electrical, automotive, the number of people that are going to be retiring in the next 5 years, we don't have anybody to replace them. Mm-hmm. And I try to educate people all the time. Like I know people that graduated high school, did an apprenticeship for a year, went into a blue collar trade, and they're doing 6 figures at 25 years old in some cases, while others are still in college and have racked up 6 figures in student loan debt.
So I want to give an example of what you just said there. And I know where you know where I work at, and so does Dave. I work for New Millennium Building Systems over in Lake City. We build steel joists and gutters, run deck, and we supply these to job sites, and they put the building up with our product. Well, look, I was floored of what those guys make. Mm-hmm. The bonus package out there is just absolutely unbelievable. Now, Judith, I'm going to tell you, you're going to work your ass off for it. There's no doubt about it. For 7.75 hours or whatever the day is, unless we're doing overtime, you're going to work your tail off. But hey, you could be an 18-year-old kid that just took a welding course, okay, through school. You're certified. You can go out to New Millennium and not weld near as much as you would if you was a welder on a, you know, for a shipyard or a fabrication shop. You're just welding, 2, 3, 4 inch welds, but it's quick. It's fast-paced work. It's production line. I'm telling you right now, we have some 18 and 19-year-old kids out there that are making $120,000 a year. That is unbelievable. And these kids, they're kids. Look, man, hey, I want nice toys too. They go out and buy them a beautiful truck. And you're wondering how a 19-year-old kid can afford that.
They apply themselves.
That's exactly right. They're landed into a great job, and now they're making money. And, our shop now, we're weeding out the older guys, and now the new generation's coming. And I'm glad that Judith said that, because we're seeing the same thing. Welders, pipe fitters, ship fitters, brick mason, electrician, plumbers. All those numbers, because like you said, it's top heavy right now. Top heavy is going to retire or get out of that workforce. And like Judith said, now there leaves this gap of, needing to fill those. You don't necessarily have to go to college to have a great lifestyle. You can go to any one of those trades that Judith just said and make a decent living. So you don't always have to go to college. Now, you'll have to get a certification here then possibly, but you don't have to go to college to do that.
Or look like what Express does. So we do trade. So not on the mechanical, like you're not going to get hired off the street to go, do valve cover gaskets and do brakes and stuff like that. But on my oil bays, my lube techs, now we do train on those jobs.
Absolutely.
And a lot of the young men that work for me are in that, 19 to 24-year-old range. They're guys that are like, oh, well, I have an interest in this, and I've got a desire to learn more about cars, but I've never worked on them. It's a great entry-level opportunity to get your foot in the door, see if it is something that you like. And what happens is a lot of these guys and gals come into this line of work and realize like, oh, this really checks all the boxes for them. And then when you start off with a company like Express after a year, guess what? We'll send you to tech school.
There you go.
We'll help you out with that training. We'll help you move from the oil bays, being a lube technician, into an actual automotive technician. We'll help you out with all that. If this is something that, hey, you start out and you're like, hey, this is more than a job for me. I like this. I want to do this. I want to do more. Well, we're going to help you make it happen.
So, and when you say certified, are you talking ASC certified? Really?
Yeah, we help with all of that.
Man, and I know what those guys are making. I'm telling you right now, that is a heck of a career right there. If you can land, like she said, an ASC certification and an automotive tech at some dealership or her, those guys are making a decent living. I can assure you.
We just have to have the guys that want to jump into those roles, because right now that's the big downfall. We have people calling all the time that are looking for part-time work or this or that. And first of all, Express isn't part-time. Like we really do have a business model. Like this is a career path.
Right.
And it's not just, in the technician side of it, there is the business and management side of it, kind of where, I'm older now. I'm not so much out there changing oil as much as I used to do. I kind of, over in the office and talking to people about doing repairs on their cars, kind of what would fall under like a service writer position. There's so much more to it, but we got to have people that want to come in and take those jobs and move up in the company.
And I like, that you are a hands-on manager, but then there's still the management side of this that people don't see. You're trying to stay on the service side of it, but there's things on the back end, paperwork, reports, calls, Zoom calls, this and that a manager has to do as well. So I can see where you would not be on the floor all the time. You have other duties and other things that you need to be taken care of. Let's say an employee, you need an evaluated employee. You got to do those evaluations at certain times and things like that. So there's always something behind the scenes. She can't always be out there on the floor. There's other things as a manager that you have to take care of, as you do. Always. Look, man, you're the owner of a barbershop or a hairstyling shop. I mean, you've got things that you got to worry about. Getting supplies, making sure your employees come in on time. Is there enough change in the drawer? Oh, hey, now I've got to meet with this person because, hey, you're hiring. There's all kinds of things going on. So you can't always be on the floor cutting hair or changing oil.
Now, I learned all that in barber college.
Did you? Okay, barber. You're the only one on the set that did go to barber college, by the way, unless Judith did and she ain't telling me.
Question. I know we talk tires and front end alignments and, engine fluids. What about engines? Do you guys work on engines, spark plugs, coils?
I've had that question asked to me.
So your standard tune-ups, absolutely. That falls under just like our general maintenance. Now, we don't do engine internals because we have a really great shop here in Stark that we refer those bigger, more complicated jobs over to. So that's going over to Miracles Automotive.
Yep.
If you bend a valve, or you need a new camshaft, new heads on your hot rod, that stuff. Even some people come in with a carburetor. I'm sending you over to Nate and Kirk and them guys over at Miracles because that's their specialty.
So if you're getting your spark plugs and ignition coil replaced,
we do that, man.
And that spark plug doesn't want to come out.
Well, that's
a great question because things can come up like absolutely.
And it does happen. Now, say you were doing it and you broke it. I'd already go ahead and tell you that the boys over at Miracles, they're your guys for something like that. Yeah. So we're more of a generalized maintenance.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Maintenance, upkeep, brakes, shock, struts, the tune-ups, of course. The more complicated stuff. And we also do AC recharges and
Okay.
AC kit replacements.
Summer's
So
coming up.
yes,
Yeah.
it is. And I try to tell people
You do
every
both
year.
34 and the other? You do it
I
both?
have the old and the new.
And the new. That's what I like to call it, the old
The
and the new.
expensive and the really, really
Expensive,
expensive.
yeah.
Let's
You
just
got
break
two
it down
That's
like
what
that.
that's what my niece, my Elantra takes is that new stuff.
The wire.
That's it, yeah. That is more weight, and there is a price difference. Now let's tell everybody there is a significant price difference
Yeah.
between the two. I wish I had the old stuff.
So just the price difference on a standard service between the old refrigerant and the new is about $200.
Yes, it is.
And
I
like
know. Yeah.
that, the old stuff like a diag or like a recharge, like a vacuum down a recharge, is about $200 less on the old stuff than it is on the new
stuff.
And that's just broad range.
So can you take that old guy and turn him into a new guy?
So you want to replace the whole AC kit then?
Oh,
Yeah. Like, forget I asked that question.
Yeah.
Forget I asked that question. I love it, Dave. That's good.
I'm a big fan of just rolling the window down. And
Yeah, okay. I'll agree with that. All right. So we talked business. We talked personal. We talked about some of the things you've done in the community. We talked Kiwanis. I'm going to give you, because it's 10 minutes till 9, and we need to start wrapping the show up. I'm going to give Judith Young a couple of minutes to look at that crowd out there, look at everybody that's watching you live, and say anything that you want to say, either about your business, about you, about anything that's coming up. I'll give you a couple of minutes.
So I've talked about my business and I've talked about my hobbies. The only other thing I really want to talk about tonight is the fires and our first responders. First and foremost, if you're the praying type, please keep our firefighters and our emergency personnel in your prayers. There are a lot of organizations that are taking donations right now. Keith Warren with the Bradford Connection is one of them.
Yep.
I know we got some listeners over in Lake City where you work, and Lake Butler. Travis Pierce from Big T's Barbecue.
Yep.
He's getting ready to feed the guys over there
Nice.
in Lake City. And then he's planning on doing something coming over here towards Stark. Because have you had the ribs from Big T?
Oh, yeah.
So that'd be a treat. But right now, with all that is going on, and what I learned today, because Michael Heater spoke at the Kiwanis meeting today.
Okay.
As an emergency management type thing. And the conditions that we have right now, I remember the fires back in 98. And what was the other ones, like 2008, something like that?
Yeah, somewhere in there. Yep.
So the conditions that we're experiencing now are worse than those conditions then.
Yeah.
So like we have a really, really bad situation on our hands, and this is going to come back to people staying vigilant. Do not throw the cigarettes out. I'm a smoker. I know. Do not throw the cigarettes out. Be careful hauling stuff with the chains on the road.
Yeah.
This also goes back to mowing your lawns.
Yes.
And stuff like that. Kicking, hitting rocks.
Yep.
And stuff with the lumbers.
Yep.
The slightest spark right now could be detrimental.
Yep.
So, and that's really it. Just pray for our firefighters and our emergency personnel. And if you have the means to donate, I asked Mike, like, what are some of the things that, we could donate to help? And he mentioned two things that I hadn't thought of, because I know everybody's doing, sports drinks and electrolytes and snacks and stuff like that. He said socks. Because in and out of those boots and the sweating and stuff like that, they don't want to wear wet socks out there for very long, because you get like jungle rot, jungle foot, whatever they call it.
Fungus.
And the other thing was like bandanas, like do-rag type things that they use them in between their mask and stuff like that. Also for, wiping their faces down. So, I mean, just something else to keep in mind. If you are, inclined to donate, and, they have a nice supply of water and liquid IV, granola bars, protein bars, stuff like that.
On socks, would you think maybe white socks better than black socks?
No, we didn't discuss color.
Some people think that you sweat, that color
Yeah.
Okay, so they got their boots on. Judith, you tell me. And, Michael's not on here. I did send him an invite, but I guess he said he couldn't talk about this. So I'm not sure what was going on there, but that's here or there. Anyway, I would think it'd be the thicker socks.
Yeah. I
that
think
you
a
would be,
good cotton,
a good.
something going to be absorbent.
Hey, Lauren.
That's my
Hey,
neighbor.
Lauren. Yeah, Lauren.
So,
yeah, she's crazy now.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
she
her.
is.
Some of her videos.
I love her garden.
Yeah.
So it's always, me, and a lot of my community involvement, or like me being a big mouth, is over things that I'm really passionate about in my community. And one of those things is the historic district where Lauren and I are neighbors.
Yeah.
And I love that, she has just taken this empty lot and turned it into this beautiful, like when you're up there and you're walking through it, you're like, I can't believe I live right around the corner from this.
Right.
Like the variety of plants and the time and effort that she puts into it, like this is truly like
sometimes I'll open up my Facebook and here's a big screen and it's Lauren's face, and she's either got some kind of grin, some kind of frown, some kind of dropping her head, and it's like,
what
you have to read the story. Then you have to read the story. So
and if there's no story, if you're watching the video, like you have to watch the end, because there's something at the end of the video. That's what it's all for. So.
That is true. Mitchell, I'm glad your show went okay. On the Spot Motorsports Media with Mitchell Gunner and Robert Simpson. By the way, happy birthday, Mitchell Gunner.
Oh, yeah.
Today is your birthday. So happy birthday to you, my brother. And I hope everything is going well and that we get to see each other here really soon. So, Dave, let's take our last commercial break. And I want to thank Judith for coming on and hanging out with us. Maybe we can do this again.
Absolutely.
God bless you guys. And we'll come back after this commercial break and wrap up the show.
Hey, Tornado fans, this is Kurt Miracle of Miracle Automotive and Towing, proud sponsors of Tornado Football. I want to welcome you to beautiful Stark, Florida and David Hurst Stadium, and thank you for letting us be a part of this community. We're here for more than your automotive and towing needs. We're here to be part of Tornado Country. Go Big Red!
Welcome back to On the Spot with David Rodgers. Dave caught me off guard on that one, man. Dave, that looked really good, whatever that was that you did. It's like, I don't know. But anyway, Dave, it's been a great show. Hey, man, we had two great guests.
Yeah.
Both of them were full of energy. Both of them were full of knowledge. Both of them told us about their job and what they do. And it was really a good time. I like those kind of shows, Dave.
Yeah.
Because not only do we get to interact with them, our fans get to interact and our viewers get to interact with them as well. And, it's one of those things that it's always turns out to be a good show because somebody knows this one or somebody knows that one, or they're in this business, and people want to know the insides and outs of some of these people. And I think we had two good guests to do that.
Well, that Express oil, watching it being built and wondering what it was going to be, and finally it showed itself, and then it's like, wow, another mechanic shop.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We got several.
Yes, we do.
But this one, sounds like it can pretty much cover just about anything.
Well, I can tell you right now, and this is just me, and I may be biased because I've done projects with her, so have you.
Mm-hmm.
I think they got the right person to run that shop. I don't think they could. I believe that she is the right person. I believe that company, out of all the applicants that they had, probably from all over, I think she was the right hire. I don't see anybody else that could do that job as good. And I'm not saying that I know is being done there. She's got the personality. She knows everybody in Stark. So why not put somebody with the whole full package into a position like
Hey,
that.
she probably had a good teacher too, with her husband involved with the same kind of work.
Well, yeah, Nathan being involved, I used to go see Nathan at Rebels,
Yeah.
when she was there too. Nathan is a great mechanic. And now that's why he's over at Miracle Automotive and Towing, because Kurt's seen it. Kurt's like, oh man, I need somebody like that. So he loves cars, he loves automobiles, he loves his job. Perfect fit there. And then she's the perfect fit to run that type of shop. And she's got 8 employees. Is that what she said over there that she manages? There's no doubt about it that she's doing a good job. And you're absolutely right, Lisa. At the beginning of the show, we prayed for that. My gosh, I wish there would just be a storm that come out right now and just rain for days and days and days until everybody says, I'm sick of seeing the rain. And I'm going to be honest with you, Dave, I don't think it'd still be enough. It needs to rain solid for 3-4 days, man. Let's get all these fires put out. Let's get the water levels back up in our lakes and our rivers,
Well, sure would be
and
nice
the
to
water
walk out.
table. So, yeah, there's no doubt about it. Lisa agreed with me. Judith, what's the best choice? I think so, too. They mounted and balanced my racing tires. She did mention that as well. So, absolutely. But, yeah, we need some rain in the worst way. Maybe God will just put his hand over us, man, and make this thing just drench of nothing but water. So, David, you don't need high quantities of rain suddenly. You'll open up Pandora's box to sinkholes. We need good amounts over long periods of time so the ground can soak it in. Okay. I'll agree with that. No, it makes sense. That makes sense. I'm just talking about any kind of precipitation right now, Austin. You know what I mean? If it downpoured, I know we're taking a chance, but look, I'll take any kind of rain or snow or anything to put some moisture on the ground. Been a great show, guys. It's running up on the 9 o'clock hour here Eastern time in beautiful Start, Florida. 2 great guests. I want to thank John Williams, the CEO of the Ark, as he informed us what's happening over at the Ark and some of the things that he's doing with the Beast Feast and that with the Rotary Club. We had Judith Young on with us. She's the manager over at the Oil Express, and she's also a member of Kiwanis. She was talking about that. So, Dave, do you have anything else? Good evening, brother. Byron Bagwell, where you been? Good evening, brothers, sisters, patriots, infidels, and miscreants. I didn't see you on the show until just now, my brother. You got anything?
I was a firefighter once, and I understand what the firefighters are going through, and wish them support.
Yeah, me too. And like she said, and like we talked about throughout the show, if there's anything that you can do to help out, it doesn't matter. You may think it's small. Anything small, go out there and donate it. I'm sure they will be appreciative of what they're doing. And I really am liking that people are stepping up in the community and feeding these guys, getting them water, nutrients, whatever they need. I think that's very awesome, and we need more of that. And again, I pray for rain. We need a good tropical depression to stall over Florida. Byron's right. And then Byron, hey, Austin said about the sinkholes, but man, we just want to take our chance with that. I mean, we need to get these fires out. So aquifers low. There's a lot of dry soil on top. Dry soil takes a long time to absorb water. Water sits on top of dry soil, gets very heavy, and the net caves in on itself. Boom, single. Been listening on Lisa's phone, he said. So, So, again, Byron, I missed you tonight, brother. Hopefully you'll be back next week with us.
Yes, sir.
Dave has been with us tonight. Austin Stevens, Mitchell Gunner on the Spot Motorsports Media with Robert Simpson. He had a podcast tonight. I'm sure he's got probably one scheduled on Thursday. Happy birthday, Mitchell Gunner, again, from all of us here. And again, the only last thing I've got is just be safe, be vigilant with what you do in your yard or your yard work or driving down the road to not cause any sparks of any sort. We have enough of these fires going on in this whole area. They're working their tails off to get these things contained, and just keep them in your thoughts and prayers, and keep them, I want God to keep a hedge of protection over so they can go back home and see their families after this is done. So again, love each and every one of you. Thank you guys for tuning in. This podcast will be on YouTube tomorrow night by 7, could be sooner, depending on Austin, when Austin gets the things done that he needs to do. So on behalf of the Missing Byron Bagwell, our senior producer and director, Dave Holland, by the way, the only guy that went to Barber College on the set, and your host, David Rodgers, God bless you guys. Have a great night. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk with you soon. See you later. Y'all have a great week.